What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome to the stream if you're watching it recorded. So we're going to pick back up off of Python collections today. Again, this is Team Treehouse. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. It supports the channel. If you use it, I would appreciate that. There's a 7-day free trial, so if you're not sure if you want to try it out or not, give it a go. And then if you don't like it, you can cancel it, but I've had some positive experience with it so far. Also, no excuses. So I'm up at 5:45. I got up an hour ago, but I had to make that thumbnail, which took time. But here we are. Let's pick back up on some Python before work, then go to the gym, and then go to work. How are you guys doing this morning? It's pretty early for you. Mega, what's up, dude? No excuses. Yep. Had to link it in the Discord. All right. Dude, what's up, Lewis? Let's go to the next section. Still up from last night. Oh, nice. Python collections. Yeah, let's just go to the next step. Piotrs, what's up? My sessions and videos are getting better every day. I hope so. If I was doing the same thing every day, that would be the definition of insanity, right? Expecting the same thing, or doing the same thing every day, expecting different results. All right. Mute my mic.
Well, it might not seem like a problem. One of the biggest drawbacks to lists is that they're mutable or editable. Why is mutability a problem? Most of the time it's not. You can go a long way with lists and their flexible data. Sometimes, though, it's really important that our data stay exactly how we created it. It has to stay in exactly the same order, and each member should keep its value. That's where tuples come in, or tuples. Honestly, I'm not sure which is the right way, but I like tuples, so that's what I'm going to say. Tuples are like lists in that each member has an index. They can be looped over, and each member can be pretty much any other data type that you want to use. Tuples, though, can't be changed in place. They're immutable. This also makes them a bit more memory efficient, which is always a nice win. All right, time for tuples in workspaces. One of the first really interesting and different things about tuples is how they're constructed. We make lists with brackets, right? And commas, or well, brackets and commas. We make dictionaries with braces and colons, and strings we make with quote marks, double or single. Most of the time, you'll see people creating tuples with parentheses and commas. So you'll see like my tuple equals 1, 2, 3. And if I look at my tuple, it's a tuple, right? And it has the parentheses. And if you ask a random Python user if the parentheses make the tuple, there's an all right chance that they're going to say yes, because you almost always see them with parentheses. But really, it's the comma that makes it a tuple. See, like, check this out. If I do my second tuple equals 1, 2, 3, and then I look at my second tuple, it's still 1, 2, 3. Now this is also why we have to include a comma when we make a tuple with just a single item. Otherwise we get whatever item we want to put in the tuple, right? If I do my third tuple, and I did parens 5, if I look at my third tuple, I just get the number 5. This is because Python lets you use parentheses to mark something as a single bit of data, even if it takes up multiple lines. Try this with a string, it's really handy. But let's get back to tuples. For instance, if I want this one to actually be a tuple, I have to put a comma in there. And now my third tuple is actually a tuple. So feel free to create your tuples either way, with parentheses or without. Often the parentheses make your tuples more obvious, so they're a good idea. Just like with lists and strings, we can make tuples with the tuple function too. So my fourth tuple is equal to tuple, and then I'll put in a list of 1, 2, 3. And now my fourth tuple is the tuple 1, 2, 3. Now I said that tuples are immutable. Just to test, let's try and change one of the numbers in our tuples. So my tuple 0 is equal to 5. And I get a type error because tuple object does not support item assignment. So cool, okay. And I get the same thing if I try to do my tuple 0 plus equals 2 because it doesn't support item assignment. So, okay, can't assign things to specific indexes of a tuple. And if we do dir on a tuple, so I'll do it on my tuple, then we can see that we don't have nearly as many ways to change them as lists do. So, okay, there's all of our stuff that we can do. Now, we can count tuples and find the index of a member, right? We can count them, we can find the index of something, but we can't add items. We can't pop items off, and we can't even call del on our tuples. One fun little gotcha with tuples, though, is that you can change the values inside of mutable tuple members. That's a lot of jargon, so let me just show you. So let's make tuple with a list, and it's going to be 1, and then the string apple, and then a list of 3, 4, and 5. And if I look at tuple with a list, I see those items, right? So if I try to change immutable objects inside the tuple, well, you can guess what happens here. Tuple with a list 0 equals 5. We've already done this, right? We get item assignment, which is correct because numbers are immutable. I get the same result if I try to change, say, number 1, which is currently apple. If I want to change that to banana, then I get my type error again because strings are immutable, right? But lists are mutable. So tuple with a list, and let's try to change 2 and 1, and I want to make that a 7. So now if I look at tuple with a list, I have 3, 7, 5 instead of 3, 4, 5. So awesome. The only thing that I can't do is actually remove that list, because that would be changing the tuple. I can do whatever I want to the inside of the list, though. So tuples seem to be heavily restricted lists. Why would you want to use them? Tuples have a fixed size in memory, which is great if you want to reduce the memory footprint of a script. But they also have a couple of surprising uses for swapping values around, and they're great for packing and unpacking. Let's check those out in our next video.
Alright, how do you pronounce tuple? This is a trick question. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I just started a little bit ago. I'm up early. Gotta get that Python in before work, then go get that lift in. Gym closed on me last night before I got to go. It's a tuple. It's a toupee. Tuples can only hold integers, floats, and strings. No, that's false. That's false. Can you change a mutable value? And say yes, you can. I watched him do it. What creates? I imagine a comma between two bits of, I guess, a B and a C? Or AB, yeah.
So think back a few videos when we talked about packing and unpacking dictionaries. We could take a dictionary and unpack it into keyword arguments for a function. Or we could pack arbitrary keyword arguments to a function into a single dictionary parameter. Both of these use the double asterisk operator. Tuples have packing and unpacking too, and it's similar to how dictionaries work, but a bit more useful. One of the biggest advantages of tuples is that they have simultaneous assignment, which lets us swap values around or assign multiple values at once. Why would we want to do that? Well, it lets us be more memory efficient and lazy. Let's say we have two values. I'll use something simple, but these can honestly be anything. Strings, dictionaries, objects, whole programs. And for some reason, I need to swap these two values around. I need A to be equal to whatever B is, and vice versa, so B has A's current value. In most languages, I have to bring in another variable. I'd make C equal to B's value, make B equal to A's value, make A equal to C's value, and then delete C. Wow, it's confusing just saying it. You do this a few times and you get used to it, but it's not necessary in Python. Let me show you Python's way of handling the same problem and more in workspaces. Let me recreate the problem from that last little bit of video. So I'm gonna have A is equal to 5, and I'm gonna have B is equal to 20. And now I need A to be 20 and B to be 5 without bringing in C. And believe it or not, this is just a single command in Python. A comma B is equal to B comma A. If I look at A, it's 20. If I look at B, it's 5. But that's magic, right? Well, it sort of is, until you remember how tuples are made in Python, and you learn how unpacking works with them. Let me reset things and make another example, right? So we had A equal to 5, and we had B equal to 20. And I'm gonna make C, I know I said I wouldn't bring in C, but here's C, and I'm gonna make it equal to B comma A. And let's look at C. Okay, so I made a new variable named C, and I made it equal to a tuple of B and A, right? Because here we have B and A, here we have B and A. So C is equal to this, right? It's the same as that. So it's a tuple of 20 and 5. Remember though, right, that tuples are made with commas, not parentheses. And you can only make new data on the right side of an equal sign, right? If I tried to do like 5 equals D, then that doesn't work, right? Okay, so let's go back to the swap. Before I did A comma B equals B comma A, right? Which means that Python made a tuple right here on the right side of the equal sign. In that tuple were the values 20 and 5. And then Python unpacked that tuple into two variables, A and B. Unlike unpacking a dictionary, tuples don't unpack into key value pairs because, well, they don't have keys. Instead, each item in the tuple unpacks into a variable on the left side of the equal sign. It looks like magic, but it's following all of the rules we've talked about so far. So that's unpacking. How do we pack values into a tuple? This is mostly done in functions. Just like we can use ** quargs to pack a dictionary, we can use a single asterisk to pack a tuple. All right. For instance, if we did def add *nums, and we said that total equals 0 for num and nums, total plus equals num, and then let's return total. And if we did add 5 comma 5, then we get 10. If we did add 32, we get 32 because 32 plus 0 is 32. If we were to print out *nums, or just nums, inside of the function, we'd see that it's a tuple of the arguments to the function. Most of the time, you'll see this called args, and of course, any other parameters will get put into their own variables. So we could rewrite this as def add base args, and we can say total equals base, and for num and args, because that's the common name, total plus equals num, and then return total. And now we can do add 5 comma 20 to get 25. With the exception of ** quargs, *args has to come after any parameters in your function definitions. So you have like def add *args, ** quargs. That's always the order those two go in. Swapping values with tuples is super handy, and so is being able to capture an arbitrary number of values in your functions. But one of the most common ways that tuples and their packing and unpacking powers are used is with functions and methods that return more than one value. This is one of the most common uses of tuples in Python, and I think it deserves a deeper look. Let's check it out in the next video.
Yeah, the video is really fast. Like, I get that. I listen to audiobooks all day on like 1.8x, so this is any video on like 1x is like the worst. If I'm trying to like learn something or get through content, that means I'm already paying attention, so I don't need to listen to at 1x. If I'm like watching YouTube in the background, 1x is probably good. I don't necessarily know. I feel like it depends on if I'm paying attention a lot or a little bit. All right, let's play with the args pattern, create a function, multiply. All right. takes a number of arguments. Okay. 3x is dumb. Now this is like 1.7. I think 2x is too fast for me. The type of argument shouldn't matter. Okay. So we would want I guess arg times arg. Maybe. I don't know. No. Can I get a hint? Oh boy. Alright, backseat coders. Time to put it in the print. Unused variable. Interesting. Okay, so we're trying to multiply. We're taking a list of stuff. Multiply, and we want 5 and 5, 5 and 4. Let's see. Why can't I open this? I don't understand. No such file or directory. Wait, what? Ah. There we go. Can multiply sequence by non-int of type tuple. You shouldn't return product. Okay, well then what are you supposed to do? All right, how did he do it? Let's back up. Let's back it up.
Swapping, we get 32 because 32 plus 0.
Treehouse or Coursera? Is Treehouse same as Codecademy? No, Treehouse is totally different. Have I ever used IPFS or Ethereum? I've used Ethereum. So he's got total equals 0. So this is what he's doing. Let me think this through for a second here. So you got to multiply, take in some numbers. Let's change this to nums. That makes more sense. Then he has a total equals 0. Makes sense to me. Then he's looping over the numbers. Let's try this. Looks like it's working, boys. There we go. I don't think this is right. 5 times 4 is not 16. How is it even doing this? Oh. 5 times 5. Wait, let me think it through. Total equals num times num is wrong. Thank you. Hello from New York. What's up, dude? Good morning. It's 8 a.m. for you. Yeah, so what is he doing here? He's taking in 20 and 5, and he's doing plus equals num. Can you do multiply equals num? Is that a thing? Probably not. Come on, this can't work. 0. Yeah, okay. There we go. So this would be 5 times 1 is 5. I didn't know multiply equals did the trick, but apparently it does. Multiply by 0 is always 0. I didn't learn that. I see we got merch now. Yeah, if you'd like to get a shirt, check it out. Alright, guys, does this make sense? Do you guys understand what's happening? Let's talk about this for a second. Do you get this? Because I'm making sense of it right now. Also, to answer the question, what's with all the Python videos? Yeah. So try with different inputs. So they want to return it over there. So I'll change this back. This is how it's going. We're giving it a list of numbers, a tuple of numbers, and we're starting the total at 1, and then it goes over the list of numbers, which is this for loop right here. And then we're saying, all right, 1 times the first number is 5. And then it's going over the second number. All right, 5 times the second number is 20. And then we're going to return that. So 5 and 4 are the two numbers we're using. Copy this. Let's go back over here. And put that. We completed the challenge, my friends. Okay. Let's keep going.
There's a really common design pattern in Python that I haven't seen in any other languages. Quite often, functions and methods will return multiple values. For example, remember the items method on dictionaries? It returned a tuple with the key and the value of each pair in the dictionary. But since we can unpack tuples into multiple variables, we can pretend that returned tuple doesn't even exist and go straight to having useful variables. There's a lot here, so let's not waste any time getting into workspaces. So to explore this multiple return values thing, let me get back to that courses dictionary, and let's actually do this in luggage.py. So I'm going to make a new variable down here, course minutes, which is our dictionary. So Python basics, 232, Django basics, 237, Flask basics, 189, and Java basics, 133. Now, do you remember how the items method on a dictionary gives back a tuple of key value pairs? Well, let's use that and tuple unpacking to print out some of the info about our courses. So we'll say for course, comma, minutes, in course minutes.items, print blank is blank minutes long. And then we'll format that with course and minutes. So now we're unpacking the tuple from items into two variables, course and minutes. Course will be the first item in the tuple, which is the course name, and minutes will be the second item in the tuple, which is, well, the minutes for the course. Then we'll use those values in a call to format on this string. So let's go ahead and run this. Oh, I need to use in, not equals. There we go. Now we can see that Python basics is 232, Flask basics is 189, and so on.
I need to think this through. He's talking pretty fast. Am I on time to complete the course before the trial ends? No, I'm not. Some days like yesterday, I was just at the office for so long. Couldn't really think. Course minutes. Alright, so for course, comma minutes. So this is creating a tuple, I guess. Then we're doing course minutes dot items, which will list the stuff in there. And we're going to course in minutes. It's kind of neat.
Let's try another one now. One of Python's best features, at least to me, is that functionality that can apply to multiple different types of data has been extracted to standalone functions instead of being rewritten again and again as methods for each data type. One of these functions is the enumerate function. Let me show you what this does. Let's hop into Python and Control L to clear that screen. And I'm going to say list enumerate, and then the string ABC, close the two parentheses. And I get this new list. Enumerate takes an ordered iterable, like a list or a string or a tuple. Then it walks through that iterable, and for each item in it gives us back a tuple of the current index and the value at that index. Like, see, the A is the first item in our string, so it has an index of 0. And then at index 1, we have B. So we can use this shortcut to make a numbered list of things, right? So we'll do for index, comma, letter in enumerate, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That's the alphabet, I think. Print something, something, format, index plus 1, and letter. Oh, I have to close those parentheses. There we go. And now we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And so on. Now, we could, of course, done that on our own, right? We could have done count equals 1, and then for letter in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, print something, colon, something, dot format, count, letter, close that parentheses, and then count plus equals 1 to increment the count, and then we've gotten our list again. That's a whole lot of extra work, right? I mean, why should we have to keep track of that count variable and increment it on every step all by ourselves? This is the work that computers and programming languages were made to do. Let's see if we can use this to make our shopping list app a little bit simpler. Right now, let me get out of this. Right now, we have, get back over here to shopping list 3, and up here we have the show list. Right now we have this index 1 thing, right? That looks a whole lot like what we just did in the Python shell. So let's see if we can fix that. So here, let's take out the index 1, and let's say for index, comma, item in enumerate shopping list, print the item. We don't need this plus 1 there. Let's do the plus 1 here so that it won't be 0, 1, 2, and so on. So yeah, we have to add 1 to the index each time. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, we don't have to, because enumerate takes a second argument, which is where to start. So we can say start equals 1. And that's where it's going to start counting. So now we don't need that plus 1. So now let's try running our thing. Get down here, Python shopping list, apples, oranges, bananas. That's much nicer. If you want to take advantage of this in your own functions, make sure the function returns a tuple. Seriously, that's it. But believe it or not, you just learned a major part of Python. But because it's so important, I think you should practice it in a code challenge or two. After that, come back for the next stage and one of the unsung heroes of Python's collection types.
That was kind of nifty. All right, let's keep going. We just started with Codecademy. Would I say it's a decent place to learn to code? Yeah, it's pretty good. Don't get burnt out from programming. I mean, I can sleep when I'm dead. Everyone says, work too hard, you try too much, try to do too much in one day, you're gonna, yeah, I get it, right? But it's the Will Smith thing. You guys ever seen that Will Smith thing? Like, he's like, if you and I go for a run and we both get on the treadmill, I will be, like, you will get off that treadmill before me or I will die. And that's how I feel about making progress on YouTube. Until I get to where I want to go, I will do whatever it takes or I will die trying. Let's see. Create a function named string cases, okay? Takes a single string, alrighty. Returns a tuple of different string formats. Okay. Let's see. Major motivation. You gotta do what you gotta do. I want to wake up every day and live the dream that I see up here, right? And so no one else can see what's in here except for you. And it's your job to get up and go create that. Otherwise, everyone's going to doubt you. They'll be like, okay, that's cool, man. Good work. And they don't care about the middle part of the grind that you're doing. No one cares about the grind of getting to your dream. Like, all they care, they only notice you when you pull up in the Lambo. And they're like, wow, you're so lucky, right? But it seems lucky because they weren't following you during that entire time you were out there grinding. What's my dream? Working for myself. My dream is to make movies, work for myself, be able to travel, have my own schedule, buy my parents a house so that they can retire in peace and not live in a basement, and then help people. It's not a dream. There's a lot of dreams. I want to help you guys, people that are watching this. Like, if I can teach you something, if you can walk away with something, I've done okay. If I can give you something that you can use as like put another thing on your tool belt in life to raise your income or something like that, That's my goal. But self-employment is the most immediate goal because I don't want to have to depend on anyone else to provide for me in the way that a traditional company does. Okay. So we want to enumerate. I feel like that's probably what we're doing. So we're doing string enumerate. What am I doing? What does this even do? Let me figure out what this is doing. Okay, so I know what it's doing. 3 different string formats. And it takes 2 arguments, I think. I'd have to look. I have to go back and look. See, do you guys ever have this? I have to go back and watch the video. I literally just watched it 2 seconds ago.
There's a really common design pattern.
Please
Go on.
mute. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Enumerate for item. Okay. That's probably what I need to do. Hold. Okay. Do it over here. Def string. No. What is it called? Tuple or something? I don't know. I'll rename it later. Takes a string. So for index, item in enumerate string, and then we want to print this, no, that's not what we want. I think we do 3 things. We want to, I don't know. Let me go back to it. I'm going to go back to code challenge now. String cases. Takes a single string, returns a tuple of different string formats. The format should be, okay. What's it, Sam? How's it going? Welcome aboard. I feel like this is a tricky question, or I'm just not getting it. The first letter of each word is capitalized. Why is this so difficult? So we just want to loop over this string, but we want to enumerate it, I guess. Let's just do this. Let's just do this so I can remember how it's doing it. I don't know why it has 2 different clear. Why is it freaking out? There we go. And then Enumerate at object. What website is this? This is Team Treehouse. Why is it so difficult for me to understand? List, enumerate. Oh, so he did list. Okay. There we go. It's not necessarily what I want to do here. So what we want to do is loop over we want to split, I think it's split. Let me just print that first. No such file or directory. Wait, what? I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Empty separator. Okay. Hello, comma, world. That is not what I want. Need to clear your head. I'm glad that we can provide a sense of grounding and stability for you. List word. I need to split the word in half. So we want to split. But what is it? How do we do this? Forget. Not enough sleep. I woke up because there were people. I woke up because there were people outside my house at 4 this morning, going up to people's cars in their driveways and pulling on their handles to see if the doors would open. And then one of the retards set off a alarm on the car, and then they both ran away. So I had to wake up and call the cops. Time for bed, yeah, dude. What's my opinion on Codecademy? I don't know. I haven't really used it that much. Joining, nice, dude. Sounds good. I want to split by word, not. Jeffrey, you're here. You're on YouTube more than me. Need to break up the string. Well, I'm not as good as you, so I'm gonna do it anyways. Hmm. What's the task? I forget. We're not on there yet. I'm looking at enumerates and stuff. I'm remembering the other stuff that we learned. Yeah, this should work. Hmm. There we go. Hello world. Great. Watching from Kenya? Hey, thanks, man. Should you walk 20 minutes round trip or wait the 2.5 hours till you can have it delivered? I didn't know that McDonald's delivered. Oh no. String has no attribute enumerate. Apparently it does. But we have to list it out first, I suppose. Let's see. Let's just do this. I'm just playing around at this point. Did you brush your teeth? What? That's supposed to be like a funny question? Nope, that doesn't work. Oh, that's because I gotta define it. This is not gonna work. Yeah. I'm just overthinking it. Probably. It's also 6 a.m. Nope, that's not what we want. I'll figure it out. Just watch me struggle for a little bit. If anything, I'm learning as I make mistakes rather than trying to read chat, you know? I don't know if this is a thing. Hello world. Yeah, so that's not what I want. So it's already in list format. Yo, what's up, guys? What is he trying to accomplish? Look, I'll go back to the actual problem here. Just do this. It's the best. It's the best when people like you say that. Just do this. Oh, I didn't think of that. I don't want the answer. I want to figure out what's wrong, right? Because I'm not going to learn anything. You need to do this. Look, explain to me what's wrong, not what I need to do. Right? Don't just tell me how to do it. I'm trying to learn it. All right. Let's see. Create a function named string cases. Okay. Takes a single string, returns a tuple of different string formats. The format should be Why do I want to use enumerate? I don't know. Because it seems like that's what he did before, but I'm thinking it through. You need Python for front end? You can do like web stuff with Python, but typically that's more JavaScript. Typically. Search for string methods. Maybe. I know them. I just have to recall them. So you can watch me struggle if you want. Just give me a minute. Why are you splitting the string? Just let me figure it out. If anything, it's not about accomplishing the task at this point. It's just about me trying to figure out what I'm doing and how this works. So, you guys ever do that? You guys ever get sidetracked with, well, all right, well, forget this right now. Why is this guy splitting the string? Feels good to be this guy. I find it confusing that he's a paid developer. He doesn't know how to solve this stuff. Fantastic. Feels good. I appreciate the compliment. What exactly am I trying? I'm trying to just make this work how I want to so I can understand how enumerate works with lists. I don't necessarily need to go right into this, you know? It's a lot easier when you're doing this, when you're not streaming. Just FYI. Let's see. Enumerate at object. Okay, so that's not working. Why? Oops. Just do this. Okay. Why am I up? Because I'm trying to learn. So if you want to watch someone struggle at learning Python and ignore the backseat coders, this is the place to be. I don't understand. If people are here and they already know the answer, what do they gain out of just being like, just do this? I don't get it, but that's fine. Also, I don't do Python on a day-to-day basis, so everything is different. I mean, I do now, I guess. Too much work. Here, you can have a ban. Enjoy. I think I'm getting sidetracked from the actual thing. Enumerate takes an object, converts it to an enumerated object. So I want to put the list, it converts to a list object. Oh, okay. See, Stefan, that makes sense to me. Thanks for clearing that up, my friend. Starting your first dev job on Monday? Nice, dude. Congrats. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing now. I'm just lost. So I'm just going to, let's go back to this, the actual thing here. You just stick to string formatting. I mean, yeah, we could do string dot upper, string dot lower, blah, 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 right? But don't we want the tuple thing? So we'd want like, right? So let me get these down. Yeah, I mean, I get it. String is immutable, so let's see. Yeah, you can add it all to the tuple. Yeah, I get it. I just didn't want to do it the easy way. You guys ever do things the hard way? That's how you can tell that I'm a noob. I don't even know if there's a dot reverse. I don't think so. I understand there's not a reverse function, but you can do that. I understand I have to reassign all these. Okay, all right. Enjoy the timeout. Just do this. Please explain to me when you say just, if you're going to give me the answer, explain why, my friend. First letter of each word. Okay. I'm just Googling it. There's a dot capitalize. All right. That's neat. Actually, put this here. Undefined variable. Gotta reverse this. There we go. We did it. I didn't even look at chat for that. I think we figured it out. All right. Let's come back over here. It's hard when everyone codes in a different way. Like you think like I'm doing it wrong in the middle of the code. Like I'm gonna go back and change it. I'm aware. You follow a particular diet. I'm on the seafood diet, fitness diet, fitness pizza in my mouth. Okay. Let's see. Capitalize is not doing title case. That doesn't work. That didn't do it. There we go. Well, we got it. That took longer than expected. My dog is like dreaming. Okay, we got the last one. This is going to be tricky, but you're sure I could do it. Okay. Create a function named combo. Combo wombo. Got it. Takes 2 ordered iterables. Okay. We'll just call it arg1, arg2. How long am I messing around with Python? Until we get through learning Python. Oh my god, dog, are you okay, buddy? Oko, you chasing squirrels? Alright, man. He sounded like he was not having fun. That didn't sound like a good dream. Oh, he's still dreaming. Let me go get him. Let me go wake him up. Come here, doggo. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, you doing alright? Alright. Okay. Striving to graduate. You get a graduate job. I'm your motivation. Hey, congratulations. What's up? What's up, Baltazar? It's a pretty sweet name. Is that your real name? So if they could be a list of whatever, then we need to do the whatever. Duplicate args arguments. Okay, we can't do that. So it has to be base and then arg. Some fun, big fun projects? Yeah, maybe. I want to do Raspberry Pi stuff, but in order to do that, I have to figure out what the heck I'm doing with Python. Struggle bus through the Python. Hey, by the way, guys, if you could like click the thumbs up on the video if you enjoy watching me struggle, +1. Also, thanks 50 people. I know you're spending your Wednesday morning with me. I appreciate your time. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you guys have a nice hump day. Sorry that you think I'm a little slow. Sometimes I think I'm a little slow too. But I'll figure it out. I mean, yeah. Nothing worth having comes easy. You got to fail to make progress. Otherwise, it doesn't really count. Except it's not morning. I copied and pasted some code one time. I remember this comment. I copied and pasted some code from the internet when I was talking about debouncers because I didn't want to write it myself. And he's like, why don't you use let? And I was like, it's not even my code. He's like, yeah, but that came out in 2015. Okay. Can I explain this? So here, this is like a stepping method. I forget exactly what it was called, but this is start, stop, and step. And so this says start from the beginning of the string, end at the end of the string because we're not giving it. Normally I could tell it exactly where in the index to start and stop. And so we're starting at the beginning by default if we don't put anything, and we're stopping at the end by default if we don't put anything. And -1 means start at the end of the list rather than the beginning. Slicing? Yeah. It's called slicing, but when you say slicing, I'm thinking of like the method, but that's what this is here. And today I learned the title method, thanks to chat. I didn't know that was a thing. This one seems really difficult to do. Your function should return a list of tuples. Each tuple should hold the first item. A list of tuples. So does that mean like that? And then another tuple. Oh, that's if we include the index. So it could technically just be like this. Okay. Hmm. Assume the iterables would be the same length. Emily, I don't know if that helps you. Yeah. This is the step area, but if you do -1, by default, it only goes 1 step. So you could do 2 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, however you want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. And then we would give it a list of stuff. I don't know why I would use tuples. I feel like I would just avoid them at all possible intersection. Okay, so let's just do it with like a string. See, I already forgot like how this works. Oops. Yeah, I gotta look at my code. Let's see. So we're gonna give, I first have to like understand this question, right? So we're gonna give a combo, we're gonna give it 2 iterables, okay? So we're gonna give it like hello world, and then like, I don't know. Like that. I don't know what's happening. And so then we would want to return a tuple. So return one of these with one of these. Like this. I think that's what he wants. That seems too easy to me, but so I think we might enumerate here. Maybe. I'm not sure. Just so it stops giving me the argument, the error. Yeah, this is quite, like, it would be cool if they had, like, an example. Oh, they do. I'm just bad. Okay. Here we go. So we're matching 1 to A, 2 to B, 3 to C. Okay, all right. I think we could do that. So that's when we have to, the base, and then the argument 2. And then here we need to do, oh, he did this. You need to use. Okay, that's fantastic, but I don't know what that does, so appreciate you. It's insane how many people love the backseat code. I should just do this and turn chat off and see how many people stay. Right. Okay. So Ladia, what's up, dude? Okay. Fantastic. Enjoy your time out. Let's see. He did it in a video. He did it in a video, so I'm going to back up to that video for a second. He literally did that here. Are you supposed to help? You can, but just don't tell me the answer. Oh, okay. All right. I think I found the solution here. Yeah, you can help. Just don't be like, you need to do this or just do this. Like, it's so simple, right? Like, oh, how could you not know this? This is so simple, you dummy. Like, to you, sure. To me, first time I've ever seen this. I don't know why you're here, you know? Right, okay, so we would want to, it needs two arguments. Number one, so for arg1, 2 in, let's see, I don't know. ITR1. I don't know if you can do this. I don't think you can do this. What is the task? I forgot. Oh, the guy that kept asking me how to get paid to code. That was fantastic. He's like, how are you a paid coder if you can't figure this out? Well, I've never done Python. Also, these like sort of tasks are my weakness. I'm aware of that, and it's pretty obvious probably to you guys too. But how else are you supposed to get better if you don't struggle? Yeah, I don't think you can do this. I want to do like this, right? I don't think that this is a thing. It looks like it's a thing. Yeah, I struggle with data manipulation. I'm a visual person, so let's see. Let's see if this works. So I think the sample was supposed to be like, I think it's 1, 2, 3, and then ABC or something. Cannot unpack non-iterable int object. What do you learn Python for? Raspberry Pis. The way, excuse me, sorry, mute my mic for a sec. The way that I learn is by getting off topic and then exploring a bunch of different topics until I figure out something that works, and then I backtrack and remember how to do the problem. That's how I do it. And so if it looks like I'm not doing anything related, YouTube keeps recommending my live stream, but you put an unhappy face. Sorry about that. You think for data science. Yeah, I mean, you can do it for that, but I'm interested in Raspberry Pis. Okay, yeah, so I get this. Does he do a thing where he like gives a multiple? I think he does. Generally, it takes the course. Yeah, I mean, we're not in a rush. I'm here to learn, not try to. I don't want to solve the solution. Like just to solve it. That's not the point. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Too many values to unpack. Oh boy. Let's try that. What does that do? Nothing. Missing one required keyword only. Argument arg2. Can I do both? Nope, can't do that. That's not allowed for sure. The tech degree, I think, is $200. Could try a list or a string, and yeah, so that's not working. So I don't think that this is an acceptable. You need to learn more about for loop. Yeah, I do, but I haven't got there yet. You have the pro account? Yeah, so the for loop receives one iterable. Yeah, I mean, I get that, right? So I didn't know that, so we're just testing stuff out. It didn't give me an error in my syntax on Visual Studio Code, so is the tech degree worth it? I mean, it's graded. Every project that you have is graded by like a mentor. You just don't meet with a mentor, so it's still self-taught. I think there's a trial for that, so you can try it. Let's try that. Okay, so it does print them out, so that does work. Somehow. But it prints it out as one thing. So essentially this is the same as two for loops is what it looks like, combined into one. So what I could do instead, yeah. It's converted to tuple. Alright, so this is wrong. James says I can enumerate. Okay, well, enumeration is very new to me, so I'm trying to think about how to do this. Yeah, that makes sense, right? That makes sense, James. That's exactly what he did. I'm just trying to remember the syntax to how to do it. That's the problem. Having syntactual errors here. Syntactical? I think it's syntactical. You better get going. You only got 7 days, right? Okay. So let's do. I have to remember how we did it. Like I don't remember the syntax, how to do it. You can use zip or plus. I don't know what either of those things do because we didn't cover it, so I can't do that. It's not fair. So I think this is what happens to most people when they're learning on their own, and then they get frustrated that they can't figure it out, and then they quit and never come back. But I refuse to do that. So list, enumerate, ABC. All right, so what we'd want to do is list, enumerate, arg2, indent, I'm thinking for index in arg1. How do I grab the index? I mean, theoretically I could do it, but I don't know if this would work in every case. How do I get the index? Something like this. To be something like this. Right, and then we'd have that would be enumerated, something like that. How do we do this? So I want to grab the index of each and then put the index here with that there. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it is. So I want to grab the index of the thing in the first list. How do I do that? How do I grab index of? Is there like an index of thing? Okay, so it's what you typed, James. I just didn't understand the syntax, so I had to Google it. Okay. So for index of the value in enumerate of arg1, right? We'd put this one here, right? And so then we would return I think this. No, we don't want to. We want to do this outside the for loop. Okay. Oops. Maybe something like this. Let's try it. Are you allowed to use the documentation coding challenge, or is it just working from memory? There really isn't any documentation. If you want, you have to go back to the videos. Does Lambda School offer training remote because you're outside the US? Yeah, sure. More streams like this in the future. David, thanks for hanging out. Perix, what the hell is he doing? We're doing some stuff. We're doing some stuff. It's weird when people talk about me like I don't read the chat. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can read the official stuff, but I have Stack Overflow here on my other monitor. There's a spelling mistake on line 4. Is there? There sure is. Good catch. Yeah, I don't need that. Alright, so I just want to print. And then we need to give it alright, let's see. What? Maybe I do have to do inside the for loop. So it does work. Just doesn't work entirely. Oh no, I'm printing. Okay, hold on. So that's printing it every time. I don't know why it's looping 3 times. Do I use Slack? I mean, I have Slack for my friends and stuff. So I don't need to do it 3 times. What's going on here? You only need to enumerate one of the iterables, which is what you're doing in the loop. Okay, I gotcha. That's not what I want. To ABC. Yeah, no, we shouldn't do that. I'm going to revert back to what I had. Even though I know it's wrong, it made sense to me at the time. Make an empty list, loop through, then you can just add. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. Whatever you just said, I don't know what any of that means. It seems too complicated for me to understand. Didn't you just do this? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Let me revert back. You think I don't get the task? Probably not. It's close. It's really close. I just need to... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not working. Putting in work. That's right. Putting in struggle bus. All I want to do is finish this. So I just need to match. I need to match the 1 with the A, right? James, paste the code so I can look at it. Let's see. Yeah, so we should say 1A, 2B, 3C, and they should match. So for index value, then we want to return a tuple. So right, so we'd break apart the ABC. Let me see exactly what's going on here. This is so far off what I have. James, I'll look at it. I don't know what T-list is. So I get it, we have the first one, we have the second one. We're enumerating the first one. We're appending the value. Oh, okay. All right, I get what you're doing. This is complicated. This would have taken me all morning to figure out. Yep. There we go. We did it. It works. Actually, I didn't do it. All right. So this is the code. So I'm going to comment this out and explain it to myself. So we're making a variable that will be a list. I'd probably do, yeah. Can we do this? Does this work too? Let's see if this works. Yeah, so that works too. So I think the way you did it, James, is a little confusing. I think this makes more sense, to me at least. Make variable, that's going to be the list. And then enumerate the first iterable. So the first iterable would be 1, 2, 3, which would be, prints 0, 1, I think, right? I think it'd do like that. So we're doing this and we're appending the value, so the 1 here. Here, and then we are create tuple directly so this prints empty list 1 a, yeah, like that. Does this make sense? A more advanced way is to use zip. You're like the 50th person that said that. Does this make sense to you guys? Do these comments help? Is anyone confused, or is everyone just watching me struggle? Definitely makes sense. Well, look it up then. Have fun. All right, let's put this over there. What? Oops. I Control S to save everything. We did it. We earned the tuples badge. This was the hardest part here, I think. And then creating the tuple. This is where you create the tuple. I was trying to do it a different way. Did you get your motherboard? Dude, sick. What's the build? We did it. Thanks, James. Yeah, let's look at your way. How did you do it? So this is so noob, right? This is how I do value. And this here is the index. Doesn't print that though. trying to think of a way I could do this. It's gonna be for lambda. You got an I-7500 and a 1070. Whew. It's gonna be insane for code. Just like my rig is insane for code. I think my problem here, my bottleneck, was the enumerate function. Connor, what's up, dude? Yeah, the iterables are assumed to be the same length, so that works. Makes sense. Oh boy. Oops. Oh, you did range. Okay. Copy paste in this is the worst. Illegal target. Wait, what? Unexpected indent. Does this work? This should work, technically. Blind man, what's up, dude? Yeah, you should put it on the Discord. This is terrible. But I get it. It makes sense. You're doing something similar. You're appending as well. The index and the other index. Actually, I don't know if this would work. Because the arg1 index would give you 0. And it would match it up with the arg2 index, which would be correct. But the arg1 index would give you 0, I think. Don't put return in the for loop. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is that the combo is already defined here. So it's just losing its mind. I don't know. This syntax is stupid. Copy paste syntax is the worst. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Index should be the number from the range. Oh, okay. So technically it would be 1, right? So if they're the same length, that makes sense. Okay. That was fun. Thanks for watching me struggle. Welcome to another day of real life code. Now I'm going to go do some more struggle at work. An hour and 40 minutes to get through this tuples. We did it. Oh, no. We're not starting a new one. We're not doing sets. I want to know how much more of this Python stuff I have. Let me go back. We did lists. Oh, we did dictionaries, but this one didn't work. We solved that one and it didn't work. Sets, dungeon game. The plan. What's after this? So this is collections. Let's go back to learn Python. Collections, and then object-oriented, and then write better Python, and then dates and times in Python. Regular expressions, databases, Python testing, and then we're done. Then finally we're done. Woo. What programming languages? I know C# and JavaScript, PHP. But I want to do Raspberry Pi stuff and automation. How else are you supposed to do that without Python, you know? So we got to do that. So we'll just hang out for a couple more minutes, maybe 5 more minutes. Then I have to get ready for work. How you guys doing? What a long day. Feels like a long day. Already struggling. Writing a bot for Reddit? Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to write automated bots. What I really want to do is make a 3D printed drone, put some automation software on it that like has image recognition for people's faces, and then it follows the mailman. I think that'd freak him out. And then when he like gets after like a certain range, then it flies back and lands on its like little pad in my backyard. Long-term goals. Does the site start off of the basics? Well, this one skipped like the basic stuff. I think there's another one called like Python from the beginning, but yeah, I really just want a drone that follows people that come in my yard, or maybe it could ignore the mailman, right? Because the mailman comes every day. There's a guy with an open source drone software for Arduino. I think Arduino is not Python though. With fair knowledge of C#, 1 year of college. Convert it to Python? Yeah, so it doesn't... Oh, it accepts C and C++. Oh boy. Alright, well, time to learn C++ with the Unreal Engine. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be making a game or something. It looks like there is. It's called Arduino and Python. Talking to Arduino over serial interface is pretty trivial in Python. There's a wrapper library called PySerial that works well across operating systems. So it looks like you can do it. What's up, Lawrence? Arduino has more hardware options. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, this looks really over my head. This looks so far over my head. I don't know. Maybe we'll do machine learning with Python then. I don't know. I'll learn it all eventually. I've been meaning to do this for a while. So I figured I'd just stream it. Real code. Real code is figuring out the problem and then spending 45 minutes figuring out how to write the syntax to get it right. And then realizing that your answer, you think it's close, but it's not. I should live stream the drone project? Yeah, well, I have to get a 3D printer first. Python seems to be legit. You can do so much. Python's where it's at. That could blow up. Yeah, it could, right? But I need to get it. Figure out how to make a drone software. Well, what is it? Someone said this name. I'm going to bookmark it. Some guy. Okay. Jupe broking. Okay. Build your own self-leveling Arduino quadcopter. Oh snap. Hold. Time to screen share. Let's do it together. Move my chat off the screen. Wait. Turn the video back on. Here we go. Can you guys hear this? Oh, it's 18 minutes. Ain't nobody got time for 18 minutes. With schematic and code. Looks pretty legit though. Introduction and setup. That looks pretty legit. Now imagine that following the mailman for no reason. STM32 and the 2 with an Arduino. Okay, I don't know what that is. Part 1, part 2. Oh boy. Oh my god. I don't even know what any of this is. I'm sure he's...
If the quadcopter is angled to the right and the stick of the transmitter is in the center position,
How do you
the
get the
flight
transmitter
controller
to
should
connect
simulate a
to
steering
this?
command until the pitch angle of the quadcopter is 0 degrees. And when the
Man,
stick is at maximum
sometimes I
roll
feel
right,
smart. I watch
the
videos
flight
like these. I
controller
don't
should
feel
simulate
smart.
a steering command until the roll angle is, let's say, 35 degrees.
This is insane.
To steer in the opposite direction. It should work fine. This
I don't know
includes
what
a
any of this
charger,
is. I have a degree in mechanical engineering and I barely know it. I mean, I know what diodes are, but...
flight battery, a built-in gyro, and an accelerometer that are needed to get the quadcopter angles. And with all the
51K
parts
subs.
available, it is time to build the quadcopter based on the schematic. Follow the steps on the
DIY
website
solar
and
energy?
watch the video that I made about
Yeah.
how
Sounds good. Oh, so it levels itself when you release the sticks. Okay. I don't know. This sounds like if you could figure out how to do this, if you could figure out how to like do this and make stuff, I feel like your job possibilities would be like 500K. CTO of engineering, $500,000 a year or something ridiculous like that. Because if you know how to do code, database, and web and hardware, sky's the limit at that point. Then you could just make stuff and sell it. Ah, that's super cool. I'm gonna bookmark this. How much does the Arduino cost? What about Raspberry Pi projects? He's just a normal engineer. I don't know. He seems a little bit more than normal to me. I've never been the type of person to tinker with stuff, but I think this is pretty neat. It looks pretty cool. These are Raspberry Pi drones. Oh, there is. What's the difference? I need to do some research. I'm just looking at drone stuff now. I need to figure out a way to put a camera on it. Alright, dudes, I have to go to work. Sorry it's boring, but I have to go to work and get some stuff done, so. You wish you made 500K? Maybe you should start your own company? Well, no one gets rich by making a salary, so I would just remember that. If you want to get rich, you have to do your own thing. Unless you climb the ladder to CEO of some nice, huge company that pays a good salary, you don't get rich by making a salary. Where's the vid with the Harry Potter? Wait. What's the vid where the Harry Potter edit is that? Oh, that was I think, resume? No, that was the debouncer. Does Treehouse show you how to install? Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. Link up and build a game. Yeah, we should. It's gotta be multiplayer though. All right, you guys have a nice one, and it'd be awesome if you guys could click the thumbs up or check out the links in the description if you want to support the channel. Thanks for watching me struggle bust through this. I'll see you guys later in the video.